Michael Murphy here with IMA Lures, and I'm going to show you the new IMA Glide Fluke. This is a bait we've worked on for the past year, and it's a bait that I'm very excited about. And the reason I'm excited about it is it will combine multiple techniques into one. Whether you're fishing a wake bait or something subsurface like a hard jerk bait or a soft jerk bait, or a swim bait, or even in some cases a crankbait, or what this is, a glide bait. This allows you to put down rods and focus on this one lure, get in tune with it, make more casts throughout the day, and that's going to equate to more fish catches. The way we designed this as a glide bait is we made the wedge narrower so it carries on the action more like a threadfin, gizzard, or herring. So when you throw it out constant retrieve, which is one of the ways to fish it, it's going to shimmy through the water. Its head's kind of flatter, gives it that kick, makes it hunt. But then on the underside, you'll see it's more like a boat shape. It's more curved. What that's for is when you fish it like a fluke. That's why we incorporated the name in the fluke name into the name of this lure. Is when you jerk it, it'll want to walk back and forth, but when it walks, it'll kick up slightly. So that way we make sure your line will clear it so you don't get constantly tangled up in the treble hooks. You'll notice on the design of this bait, it doesn't have a tail section. By incorporating the action in the body, we can eliminate the tail section and replace it with a treble hook. Many times you'll have fish, they want a snack instead of a meal, so they're in this passive-aggressive mode, so they're chasing it down, but then at the last minute, whether they're full or whatever it may be, they just nip at the tail. Well, a lot of baits will have the hook here, and when they nip it, they completely miss it. In this case, when they nip it, you're going to connect with them. So this is a great bait for efficiency of where you'll otherwise miss it, you'll land those fish. This bait comes in a floating version and a sinking version. The floating version, I like to fish more in the spring and the summer, or spring and the fall, when the fish are a little bit shallower and pushed up in the pockets. I will fish it during the summer in cloudy conditions when it's real calm on these main lake points. But my setup on that is what I want to do is fish it anywhere from 12 to 17 pound mono. That it keeps it high. I usually throw it with a cranking rod so I can get a little bit extra distance out of it, but I crank it with my rod tip up and just wake it across the surface. We have bluegill colors, of course, so in the spring when they're doing that, chasing bluegill or guarding their beds, that's a good color for that. The sinking version is more, whether it's windy, you need that extra weight to cast in, or you're counting it down, pre-spawn or even winter, it's going to get it down there just out of sight to where you can either walk it real slow like a glide bait, or you can fish it like a soft jerk bait. But this is a very versatile bait. It's year-round with those two different weights, the floating and the sinking. Year-round, this has application typically to water that's 6 inches or clearer, but that's where you want to focus mainly. But do check this out, the IMA Glide Fluke at imalures.com.